Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and we get to the rest of the NBA playoffs. We'll start with one series in the Western Conference, Jazz and Warriors. Warriors winning last night in Game 1, take the 1-0 lead. First of all, this can be a quick one. Do the Warriors have any chance of losing? Do the Jazz have any chance of winning any games in this series?
It's going to be tough to see them winning one. I think they could. I could see maybe Durant or somebody getting a little banged up and sitting a game, and maybe the Jazz could play a really, really good game with Gordon Hayward. He's a very good player. But to me, I think the Warriors will win this easily. I think the best the Jazz could do is lose in 5.
That's right. That's the Jazz ceiling, is winning one game at home, and then it goes back to Golden State, and they win in 5. Okay, so the other series out west, a little bit more competitive, we thought, and now it's turned into even more competitive with the Rockets stealing Game 1 in San Antonio. Now, is this a situation where Rockets have talent? We know that. They can hit threes. If they're hot, they're a good team. If they're cold, they're not. So this was a game they were hot. They played well. Is that sustainable, or is it going to be San Antonio's to win?
I think the Spurs should absolutely win this game. They have the much better team. But James Harden, he's probably the MVP this year. So to me, if, like you said, if the Rockets are hot and they can sustain it, they're going to win this series, I think. But to me, if you're asking my opinion, I don't think they can sustain it. I just think, some of it's kind of luck. And I don't think the luck will continue on forever. But to me, I think the Spurs will win this in 6.
And it seems like the Spurs are too good. Greg Popovich is too good. Kawhi Leonard. They have the talent. They have the coaching. They have the pedigree that they can sustain a loss at home. And then they can win Game 2, even it up. They go win a game on the road, and we're right back to square one. They're up 2-1 going into Game 4. So I don't think if I'm the Spurs, you panic. But we have seen the Spurs team before falter a little bit in the playoffs. They didn't get to the Western Conference Finals last year. They struggled with Memphis. They were tied 2-2. So I don't think they're as invincible as the Warriors. Or maybe the next team that we're going to talk about, the Cavaliers. Long break, and they still come out look great. Toronto maybe gives them a series, but once again, this Cavs team just continues to impress, even when we try and count them out.
Yeah, the Cavs, they're going to win this series. I don't think there's a question. Toronto is a very good team. I think the Celtics probably would have had a harder matchup if they had played against Toronto instead of the Wizards. I think Toronto is a very good rebounding team, so the matchups aren't as good for the Celtics. But, the Cavs are going to win this, I think, pretty easily. And so, I'm really hoping for a Cavs-Celtics Eastern Conference Finals, because that's really what everybody expected and kind of hoped for. So,
well, hopefully, if anything, for the Celtics, the Cavs at least maybe lose 1 or 2 games, stretch them out, because if you've got a Cavs team coming in, they're rested, and the Celtics have to stretch. I don't think the Celtics are going to sweep the Wizards, no matter what we've seen. But if they do go 6 games maybe, and the Cavs go 4, some rest, could be trouble for the Celtics.
Yeah, that definitely gives the Cavs an advantage. I think, is Tristan Thompson completely healthy now? I know he's playing, but is he good to go?
I think by the end of this series, they're kind of working him into that rotation, because I don't think he played much in the first series.
Okay, well then they could definitely use the rest if they swept the Raptors. I would think that would not be great for the Celtics if they had to play 6, even 7 games. Hopefully the Celtics can do it in 5.
Yeah, hopefully they can win a couple on the road here and maybe do it in 4.
Right, so I do think that will be a factor, especially, which it'll definitely favor the Cavs. So.
Right, so lots of NBA playoffs to go. In the next segment, we'll make our Salt Hill Pub picks of the week with those NBA playoff games. But when we come back, we'll talk some New England Patriots. Their draft recap didn't have a lot of picks, but they set up pretty good for this coming season. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.